It's been 5 updates in 2 days. What is going on with Hollow Knight Silksong, bro? Are we getting the game we've been waiting for, or are we getting teased out of our mind? Let's talk about it. So let's go ahead and dive into what's going on with Hollow Knight Silksong and what's got people going crazy. So over this past week, we've seen 7 updates on the Silksong Steam page. Run that back. 7 updates on a game that hasn't released yet. But if you think that's a sign the game's finally releasing, you're not wrong, but it's not as simple as that. So the updates we've seen vary from tiny bug fixes to vague quote-unquote optimizations and a mysterious new feature that got everyone's talking. But honestly, no one is sure what any of these updates mean. Are they preparing the game for launch? Are they just stringing us along? Nobody's too sure, but let's talk about what we do know regarding these updates. If you've been following the Hollow Knight fan community, or even if you haven't, the waiting game for fans has gotten a bit intense. Like bro, they're literally crashing out. I kid you not, they just united together to do a sacrificial ritual. They're obsessing over updates, tracking the game every day, creating fan theories. They've even started a few petitions for the game to come out this year. And I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty funny, but under the surface there is low-key a problem there. The community is getting super extra, from wild speculations to crazy theories about what Silksong may be hiding in the updates. Things are reaching a boiling point, and there's no way Team Cherry, the team behind Hollow Knight Silksong's development, aren't aware of this, which is why I feel like they may be hiding a trick up their sleeve. Alright, so this next part might catch you off guard. There are some people actually comparing Hollow Knight Silksong to games like Palworld and Never Grave. And yeah, I know that sounds like a bit of a stretch, but hear me out, they may have a point. All 3 games have this in common. They're dark, eerie, and they feature complex worlds that keep you guessing. Now, I'm not saying Silksong is going to be exactly like Palworld. You know, there's obvious differences. In Palworld, you befriend creatures and fight your way through different lands. But nonetheless, it's clear that Silksong has followed a similar formula and got a lot of conversations going, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. Yeah, you get the popularity because of the comparison, but you also get lumped into that generalization. And now the pressure is on Team Cherry, because with all this time and no definite release date, the people are wondering if the game is even going to be worth all the hype, or if it's just going to be another situation where we get a game that doesn't live up to their expectations. And honestly, let's be real, Silksong and Team Cherry do have a lot of pressure on them, but just because they have a lot of pressure on them doesn't mean it's going to be a guaranteed hit. Alright, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. How much longer are we waiting for Silksong? We've seen updates but no clear release date, and it's starting to feel like we're watching a movie without an ending. Fans are speculating with countdown timers on social media and making wild guesses about when Silksong will finally land. I done heard everything from it's coming in August to we'll see it in 2026. But look, this is where it get interesting. What if all these updates are preparing us for a surprise launch? Like, think about it for a second. When a game updates, it usually means bug fixes, tweaks, and some final touches. Is it not low-key coincidental that all this is happening so close to the game's possible release date? What if we're actually closer to Silksong's release than we think? Now for the big question, with all this hype, all the updates, all the waiting, will Hollow Knight Silksong deliver? Yes, absolutely. The writing on the wall, the game has everything fans have been wanting, from complex mechanics, beautiful design, and a world that people can actually get immersed in. It's not a question of if it'll deliver, it's just a question of when it'll deliver. Like whether the updates are just a tease or a sign of good things to come. Silksong is one of those games that fans just can't stop thinking about. Team Cherry is in a position to have a dark horse breakout hit. The fan community may be going crazy, but honestly that's what makes it great. All the anticipation only fuels the fire and makes the release hit that much harder. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit a like, comment, and subscribe. It would really mean a lot. Stizzly out.